Good morning. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to complete, I call this the calligraphy worksheet. And calligraphy is a way that you can create sort of stylized letters. It's like saying there are different fonts when you type on the computer. Calligraphy is basically the same thing, but not in a digital form. Okay, so on our project, we are going to be working on creating different fonts. And so within this entire project, one of the requirements is that you create at least 3 different kinds of fonts. Now, block letters are required throughout your entire project. So I'm going to teach you today how to do that, as well as show you different styles so that you can pick 2 more. Now, just because a style of letter is not on this worksheet, that doesn't mean that you can't use it. This is just to give people a place to start if they're not sure what styles of letters they can use. Again, you have to have at least 3 different styles of lettering, one of them being block letters. All right, so let's get started. If you don't have a printer to print this out, again, it's not a big deal. What you're going to do is you're just going to use a piece of notebook paper and you'll get your pencil out and you'll just number it, number 1, number 2, number 3, and it goes to number 7, but then there's like an extra one. So if you're numbering it, do it 1 to 8, okay? And you can do a better job with like lining these up if you want, or you don't have to, it's up to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do it on this paper because I do have this at home. If you don't have notebook paper either, you can use, again, the back of a piece of mail if it's blank, and that's totally fine. So the first thing I'm going to do, it says use a pencil to create 1 word in each calligraphy style below. Each word must be at least 3 letters. So I did art, and you're supposed to do a new word here. Now you can use the same word. So let's say I do cat. I can do cat for every single one if I want to, or I can change them. I'm not too strict about that, but I just want you to have at least 3 letters. So let's say I do Hall, because that's my last name, Hall. All right, this one shows you how to do block letters, and you want that because you're going to have to do block letters throughout your print. So what I usually do, you don't have to do capital letters, but I like to do capital letters. I'm going to write Hall, and I'm going to leave a space underneath right here. So I'm doing that on purpose because I'm going to actually draw around these letters. Now, if you already know how to make block letters another way and you don't want to use this method, that's fine. You can use your own way, but I do this so that I have an easier way to show students how to create this. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace around my letters. And remember, you can stop this video at any time to make it easier on yourself. And then inside the A, I would just do like a little outline. So once I get done tracing around my letters, ideally you wouldn't touch the middle of the letter, but I know like I did in a couple places. I would take my eraser and go ahead and erase the inside guideline. So when you're doing this, I always write a little bit harder because I'm attempting to like show a video. But if you're doing this yourself, you want to go ahead and do it lightly. That way you don't see the inside parts of the letter. Okay, so there I have Hall. All right, so what about the next one? So this is bubble letters. Bubble letters are basically the same process as block letters. You just curve the edges instead. So I start the same way. Go ahead and do Hall. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and curve. Just like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase the inside. Okay, and then I have my bubble letters. If you are not sure how to do a letter, you can always email me and ask me, and then I can send like a snapshot back to you of how to do it. Or you could just make your best guess. It's kind of up to you. So there's the bubble letters. The next one, this is cursive. So if you don't know how to do cursive, you can just copy the word art. I was just trying to give people another idea. If you are going to do cursive, make sure it's really neat and maybe space your letters out more than you would normally do so that I can like tell what it says. Okay, the next one is the dots on the end. So literally, I just made these up. So I would write hall, put a dot, and I could put one here. I don't have to, but again, I made this up, so there's really no hard, fast rule. Okay, so there's hall. All right, the next one that I did is I simply added a line to the left of each letter. That's it. So I would write hall. And then I'm going to add a line to the left of each letter. And like the H, I do one right here too. I guess like for the A, I could do this. Again, there's no right and wrong. Like if you did an O, I'd just go like that. Or you could even go like that too. Or, I don't know. What's another letter? P. Oh. All right. The next one, I call these serif, or no, I think they are called serif letters. Okay, so what you're going to do is, this is a little more complicated. It's a two-step process. So you're going to make a block letter, and then you're going to transform it with these caps on the edges. So when I write hall, again, I have to leave a space at the bottom because I need to make block letters. So I write it out, go around, okay, erase the middle. I should have left more space in between these because now I'm looking at these L's and I'm never going to be able, unless I do like an overlap, I'm not going to be able to put those little caps on the ends. Okay, so this is actually going to go below the line a little. All right, so then what you're going to do to make these like little flared out caps here, you're going to put a line that kind of curves out like a hat and then connect it. Then you can erase what's left. So I'm going to flare it out. I'm going to flare it out on this side. And I'll just have to overlap right here. And then I would go through and I would erase whatever is left. You don't want to, for the practice sheet, it's okay to put more pencil lead on it. But whenever you're doing your real one, you don't want to put too much pencil lead on it because what happens is when you go to add the Sharpie doesn't stick to the paper because the pencil lead's already there. So just be mindful of that. Some letters are not going to have caps. An O is not going to have one. A D, like a capital D, it's probably not going to have one. You could try, but it's going to look a little funny. All right, the next one, I call these ghost letters. So what you're going to do is you're going to write like you were doing a block letter. And then instead of like doing straight, you just make it wavy. Ooh, it's a ghost. I do all kinds of crazy things like this whenever I'm teaching my classes in person. So I feel like I owe it to you to give you the full Mrs. Hall experience here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase the middle, and I have ghost letters. It's okay to ghost letter, but don't ghost your friends, and don't ghost me either because I'll find you. All right, create an example of your own font. So literally, I can make up anything I want. It could be, you know, I always do like these like vine garden sort of looking things. I like flowers. So here's my, well, I could do like a cursive L. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so you can make it up what you want down here. All right, so this is the calligraphy worksheet. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You can replay this video at any time, and that will help you too.